Hey everyone, today we're going to be making Neapolitan cupcakes, and this is like the best idea ever. I love the combination of chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, and turning it to cupcake form is even better. It is a bit time consuming, but it's definitely worth it. So let's get started with the chocolate batter. So in a small bowl, you're going to add 1/3 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, along with half a teaspoon of baking soda. You're going to mix that together. And then add half a cup of boiling water. You're going to stir this until all the cocoa powder has been dissolved. It should be smooth like this, and you're going to set it aside to cool until you need it later in the recipe. So in a large bowl, you're going to add 1/4 cup of melted butter along with 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil and 3/4 cups of sugar. Now grab your mixer and mix that until it's completely combined. Now you're going to add 1 egg and an egg yolk. Now you're going to add a splash of vanilla extract. I'd say about half a teaspoon would do. Now you're going to add that cocoa mixture from earlier. Make sure you get all that chocolatey goodness in there. And you're going to mix that in. Along with 1/4 cup of heavy cream. Now you're going to add 1 cup of regular all-purpose flour. And you want to mix that on low speed. Just want to mix until your batter is completely combined and you have a nice rich chocolate batter. Now you're going to scoop your batter into a cupcake tray lined with cupcake liners. I'm using a 1.5 tablespoon ice cream scoop, and you can use a 2 tablespoon ice cream scoop too. You just want to do a small scoop so that you have room for the vanilla layer. Speaking of vanilla layer, we're now going to be making the vanilla batter. So first you're going to take half a cup of cake flour along with 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm just taking a fork to lightly mix this together. I probably should have used a bigger bowl here. And I'm just sifting this mixture so that the cake can turn out very light and fluffy. It should look like this. And now in a separate large bowl, you're going to add 7 tablespoons of room temperature butter. Now you're going to add 3/4 cups of sugar and just blend that in. Now in this recipe, I'm going to be using half of a real vanilla bean, and I'm just cutting it along lengthwise. Make sure you're using a fresh vanilla bean. And I'm just going to open it up with my fingers. And you can see the gorgeous black specks of the vanilla seeds. Now you're going to use the back of the knife to scrape out all those seeds. you're going to add it to your butter mixture. Now in a separate bowl, or in this case I'm using a Pyrex pitcher, you're going to add 3 egg whites, half a cup of milk, and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. If you don't have a vanilla bean, you're going to add more vanilla extract. I'll leave more details of that in the description below. So just give these a quick stir, and these are your wet ingredients. So now you're going to alternate between 1/3 of the dry mixture and half of the wet mixture. So you should start with the dry and also end with the dry. So here is the finished vanilla cake batter. Now we're going to take our ice cream scoop again and scoop on top of the chocolate batter. Try not to disturb the chocolate layer underneath. You want to fill it to be about 3/4 of the way full. Now you're going to take a toothpick and you're going to spread out the vanilla layer so that it covers the chocolate batter completely. Once again, try not to disturb the chocolate layer underneath. So now you're going to bake these cupcakes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 177 degrees Celsius for 18 to 20 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean. Now we're going to move on to the strawberry frosting. First, we're going to be making a strawberry puree. So you want to puree 7 ounces of strawberries until it is nice and smooth. You're going to transfer this mixture into a saucepan and you're going to cook it over medium heat until it boils. Then you want to let it simmer for 30 minutes, stirring occasionally so that it doesn't burn. And here it is boiling. After a while, it should turn out to be something like this, where the strawberries have been reduced by a large amount. Now you're going to strain this mixture through a sieve so that you have no seeds or lumps in your puree. Now we're going to make the buttercream frosting, so you're going to beat 1 cup of butter. As you can see, my butter was not very soft, but it would be much easier if your butter was at room temperature. Once your butter is light and fluffy, you're going to add 3 cups of icing sugar. I'm adding mine about 1/3 at a time. Now you're going to add your strawberry puree that you made earlier. This will give your frosting a natural and very fresh strawberry flavor, and you don't even need to add food coloring. Now I'm adding the remainder of the icing sugar. I also added a splash of milk to help bring that smooth consistency into this buttercream because my butter was not soft from the start. Once your buttercream looks like this, it's nice and spreadable, you're going to transfer it to a piping bag. And I fitted mine with a 1M Wilton star tip, and you're just going to pipe this frosting onto your cooled cupcakes. So here are the finished Neapolitan cupcakes. These are definitely one of my favorite recipes I've ever made. I hope you guys can try it out. If you do, I'd love to see a picture with the hashtag sweetcookiePie. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone!